Pans is coming up next weekend, and we've already talked a little bit about that, but we got something special. We got a video read, right?
Oh man, just one of the best parts about Pans especially last year, was that there were so many submissions last year. It was such a crazy submission fest, so going back, we did a little video, top 10 submissions there. I just want to get everybody's opinion on some of these submissions here, because there's just a whole bunch of crazy ones. This is all from 2017, IBJJF Pans. What do you guys think was the best one? Because literally all 10 of these submissions are pretty wild. Hudson, of course, now is going to be in the black belt division here. So
really looking forward to
that.
that.
Oh man, I love that. That is so sneaky.
So basic, so sneaky.
Yeah.
You know that hurt.
Oh, I couldn't even. I remember when Maragali caught this. I didn't think it would
how he
be
uses his
possible.
legs. It's crazy.
I didn't think it would be possible to choke out Naladi. I've never seen the guy submitted. He's got no neck. Look at that guy.
Leave it to Maragali.
Oh, this was the fastest choke at Pans, right?
That's right.
You saw it there. He does tap, but he taps on the loose collar, so he doesn't.
And the
feel
referee
it.
was on the other
And
side.
The referee was on the other side. Watch this back take.
Oh,
I love that.
No, this is the guy.
Andre.
He choked out Saggiorio here of BTT, but Saggiorio then went on to beat him at Worlds.
Just a few months later.
Yeah.
Upset Marcio Andre.
So like we said, Pans and Worlds, one feeds into the other.
Another upset here.
First round. Marcus Tanaka, who had just won the European Championships, got tapped out by John Combs in the opening round of the Pans last year.
You don't want to test John Combs' guillotine, man. That thing is quick.
It doesn't matter. John Combs is going to finish that thing.
Yeah.
This is one of the most creative submissions I've ever seen.
I thought this was submission of the year.
Yeah, this is a wild one.
This is a wild submission.
He's in this omoplata, but he's not tapping to the omoplata, so he switches to this Kimura.
Double attack.
That's a brutal one.
Now, did he just bite his arm there? What was that?
I think he just is gritting his teeth.
Yeah.
Gritting his teeth.
This, of course, comeback maybe of the event. Leandro was down on points, knew he needed to make something happen here.
And he just dives on it. Look at that. Joao doesn't even tap. Joao just
savage toe hold.
That was the absolute final. This is the middleweight final.
Man, 30 seconds into the match, too, right away.
Look at that.
It just goes to show how strong Octavio is there, because he finishes this super quick.
And he doesn't even have the arm passed across or anything. It's not like a traditional triangle, huh?
This is a crazy one.
Oh, man.
That was
so quick.
Man, if there's anybody who I wouldn't want snapping a knee bar on me, it's that guy.
Where he steps back into this knee bar.
Full body weight. Yikes.
That is a nasty one. But of course, number one.
The Gogoplata King.
Gogoplata.
FloGrappling contributor. Josh
not the prettiest of submissions.
He just jammed his foot over John Satava's face, man. That's a rough one.
Eat foot.
He's got his nasty foot in your face, and you're just like, get.
Oh.
That's
look at Josh's face. He's just like, yeah, but
he's finished that a couple more times.
He did that all year last
Yeah,
year. So
yeah,
unfortunately, we won't see
times.
Josh at this Pans. He's just finished his international world tours in Thailand, Australia, New Zealand. Bit jealous of that road
teaching
trip.
everybody moves just like that.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, I mean, you guys rolled with Josh, thankfully.
I've felt the Gogoplata.
I was injured that day, so I was on the sidelines with a bum elbow, but you guys got to roll with him, and it looked horrific.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
It was a lot of fun, man. Feeling him really cycle through his chokes was just crazy. The guillotine, the Dars, everything was just...
Yeah, he was just like 5 steps ahead of you, you know, like I'd shoot in and he'd... I obviously knew the guillotine was coming, so I tried to defend it immediately, but he was already 5 steps ahead to an Anaconda, and it was...
Well, you know, after that day, because we were in Atos in San Diego and you guys rolled, and I'd obviously seen Josh compete a bunch of times, but seeing him in the gym is a different thing, right? You get to see the guy, like, just go through sequences of moves again and again and again. And I was like, man, that choke series that he's got, that's legit. And I actually I acquired his Hinga-tine instructional set, right? And man, I changed my game. Like, I gotta say, like, I've always liked going for guillotines, and I've always liked that kind of like 10-finger guillotine, you know, the chin strap and stuff. But Josh's details, the way that he was getting it and using the overhook, and especially attacking it from like top position, top half guard and stuff, I started playing with it, and I started catching some really good guys with it, like in the gi. And then, you know, like the technique that he's going for right there, the Hinga-tine into like the Hinga-plata, right? The Gogoplata from top position, all just feeds one into the other. I was like, man, Josh, thank you very much, because that changed my game. I never told you that, but it really did. So.
Yeah, I definitely know the guillotine's a powerful position. But what I know you're saying you like the modified
shoulder lock.
Yeah, Lieras, right?
Yeah,
that was your favorite.
Yeah.
What was your favorite there? How is the Gogoplata?
Man, I mean, for me, it was the most spectacular, but I don't know, actually. I gotta say, I think it was just such an impressive feat, Marigali loop choke in Naladi. You know?
Yeah, that is a sick one.
Like, I mean, the guy, it would have been a loop choke like this big for a start, right? And he closed his guard around Naladi as well. That's like practically impossible. You have to be Marigali.
3 different wins right there.
And he was, and he was working on that for a couple minutes. Like
he was.
He had the loop choke, and then, but he was working on it, and then he like stood up there and he came up with him and like readjusted the loop choke.
Remember the breakout year for Marigali when he really came on our radars at Europeans? And you had that savage clip. Tell us about that.
Oh no, yeah, I just remember shooting. I forget where the other guy was from there, but he had the same thing. He had a loop choke, and the guy stood up to get out of the loop choke, to back up to get out of the loop, and then while he was standing up, he passed out, and so when Marigali unlaced the loop choke, the guy was unconscious. So he stood up to defend the choke and then just fell backwards.
Like so fast.
Right? Yeah, ragdoll.
Yeah.
It was a brutal choke.
And that at that point, I was like, oh damn, Marigali's got some loop chokes. And he's hit it a bunch since, right? I mean, he used it to pass Lepri's guard. Lucas Leitch's guard.
That's right. Almost finished him, but then got the back from that.
Yeah, he dove on it like while he was passing, right?
Yeah, top position.
It's really cool, man.
Crazy.
I've been trying it myself, but I have not hit it. But you just have your hand in the collar and wait for them to sort of come up to push against you, to frame against it, and you just loop it. And it's crazy.
What was your favorite?
I have to say I love Leandro's toe hold, man. Just the moment, it's the absolute final. It's been a great set of finals all day. We saw a bunch of submissions, and he just finished it with authority. You know,
he messed up Joao's ankle with that as well. I remember Joao telling me months later that his ankle was still bad from that. And he didn't even tap, right? He just kind of like screamed.
Yeah.
I can imagine there was like a pop, pop, pop. So,
yeah, that's why it was just so impressive when Marigali beat him, is because it was like everything was going Leandro's way. The way he submitted Joao in the absolute finals, beat Calasanz at Europeans absolute finals, and it was like, man, this is Leandro's day. Anyway,
If 2018 is anything like 2017, we are in for a treat.
Yeah, I like that Herberth Santos knee bar though. That's
any
so
submission where you just sit into it and hit it is just so satisfying to watch.
Yeah,
just boom, it's on.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Man. Like I said, Herberth Santos, for me, he's probably one of the most terrifying guys in jiu-jitsu. And I wouldn't even wait until that leg was locked out. I'm just like, tap, let go, let me out of here. I need to escape. So,
it came on so quick. That's what made it so sweet.
That's his game.